That's a pretty good thumbnail bet. So this time, we're looking at another film from Osgood Perkins. And I'm gonna say it after only seeing 2 of his films. Okay, I'm officially a fan of this guy's works. And I'm actually interested in seeing his next film. So, what's this film about? It's set in the 1990s. The story follows a FBI agent assigned to hunt down an occult-based serial killer responsible for a string of family murders across Oregon. I'm gonna be honest and say yes. Having seen like all the memes of say, hey, makeup rocks. Well, yeah, it does. Like you have say the say you had one of say the grandmother from Weapons, and also say Nicolas Cage from this film. Because I'm gonna say you could say yes when you hear his voice, you hear say,
there she is, the almost birthday girl. Oh, but it seems I wore my long legs today.
Is that Nicolas Cage? But when you see him, it's say, wait a gosh darn minute.
Can I help you with anything else today?
Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Is it? I'm gonna say it. He needs to do more films like this. Then again, I have not seen Mandy, so he's probably great in that too. And one thing I really think makes this film work is that the cinematography, or say the way a sequence is shot, whether it's from a distance, the way the lighting helps give the mood, whenever she is talking to her mother, or she's in another room, she's saying well, here's all the evidence laid down in front of her, and she's getting all the information in from it. And I was really quite surprised with this, in that since at first I thought okay, so Nicolas Cage, being basically the character who is the antagonist of the film, how ever so often say whenever Lee she is going to a place, and then suddenly she's getting all the information that also her boss, in this case William, played by actor Blair Underwood, and they're both trying to figure what's going on and all that. I'll be honest and say at first this film it almost triggered me at one point.
That's why he done it.
But then I had to think say, wait, I mean, I had to think for a second. Say, why? I guess mostly because say I saw something out of a domestic dispute is what I'll say, and I really did think that the actors all do a really dang good performance in this film, especially Nicolas Cage. He does, whenever he's on screen, he does a dang good performance.
Happy birthday to
And at the same time, I'm gonna say this in that, like, if we don't see him, like, an Oscar campaign push for him for this film, and I know, some of you say, but Kelsey, it's a horror movie. Yeah, I know. At the same time, you never know. You never know. I mean, like, say, Weapons might get like a nomination for cinematography. And, yeah, I really think that, like, like, the moments of violence, like, say, ooh, they can be quite unsettling. And apparently, I'm gonna say this, apparently, like, Osgood, like, apparently there was a bit of a, a scene basically saying, like, hey, there's a piece accusing the film of having transphobia. I'm just, like, comparing the Longlegs to Buffalo Bill, and I'm just thinking, say, I don't see it. I mean, I don't. I get it. Like, he's, like, from his performance and the way he, they have this character look. At the same time, I did not see it. I did not see that at all. I really didn't. So, but at the same time, I really think the moments are like, say, okay, when all the little pieces come together, and which, like, say, the scenes in which, like, say, okay, like, Longlegs, or in this case, Dale, when he's having the, being recorded, like, saying his confession and all that, my gosh.
Hail Satan.
At the end, as well as, like, say, I really think, like, yes, the mother, in this case, Alicia Witt, who plays Ruth Harker, and the fact, like, say, yeah, she is willing to do all these things because at first it was to protect her daughter, and at the same time, it can, like, say, okay, like, when it's almost like, say, yeah, she gets too caught up to it that suddenly she starts to believe everything he's telling her, like Longlegs is trying to say it to her.
And I'll do it until I stand upon the sand of the sea, and I see a beast rise up out of the sea. Hail Satan.
Anyway. And, yeah. I'm honestly going to say this. I'm thinking that this film is going to become, like, when we look back several years when it comes to horror classics, this is going to be one of them. I really honestly think this is going to be one of those films that is deemed like a horror classic. But, never know.